Hello, and I am recording. Okay, so I have to make sure. My name is Antonio Edward, and I am the host of shiz.us. And based on whatever I'm thinking at the time, I just grab the camera and talk. Well, this is part of the One series. Dun dun dun. Anyway, one. One thing is that we do have to live as one because we're made from the same one item that decided to explode something that was smaller than a molecule and explode and expand within several seconds, went several light years, went as big as the orbits of the planets, and then expanded to what we have today, the galaxies that we have, the planets, and all that. And so we are all one, made of the same star stuff, and we're no different from each other. What makes us each unique, not different, unique, is our personalities, how we were raised, and our environment that we choose to live in. What makes us each unique is that truck driver that passed, that truck driver back there. Okay. That truck driver decided to be a truck driver. I decided to get into computers and enterprise technology. My wife decided to take up journalism in school. My roommate decided to be a teacher, a grammar teacher who always corrects my English. Like things like saying, well, it's up to you and I. Sounds okay for me, but it's incorrect. It's supposed to be, it's okay for you and me, or me and you. It's okay for me. Because you got to think of it, if you say just me, you don't say it's okay for I, it's okay for me. So you will always use it's okay for me and you. So we all chose different things. We all grew up differently. Some people had the advantage of living quite well. Some people had the advantage of living quite well, but had fucked up parents. Some people had the advantage of living up poorly, but had the most loving parents in the world. And some people have double disadvantages of growing up poorly and living poorly and poor parents. It kind of sucks that, well, why wasn't I born into royalty and had the big life? Well, you could think about the fact that, well, you could have had all that, but maybe you wouldn't have had as loving of parents. Or you probably would have, just had a very bad life, even living in royalty. Maybe your parents didn't give you everything. You lived in a very rich house, but they didn't buy your Maserati when you grow up, or your Porsche, or your Beamer, or whatever the fuck. Instead, you have to defend for yourself. Basically, you grew up and they kicked you out of the house, at the age of 18 and said, hey, there you go, son. That's life. You don't get everything for free. Maybe I wouldn't be the person I am today. Maybe I just would have been a person who just would have lived. I probably would have been a completely different person. And I probably would have been because I would have had a different DNA. Because I probably would have had different parents. But what if the parents that I have now were rich? Well, they probably would have been different too. Because they would have been brought up differently, had a different life. Probably would have had the same crazy family, but just rich. And we all seen the movies. Look at the Tudors. Very bad families. So, the show called Tudors, I think it was on Showtime. Yeah. And so you have to think about those things. Each of us are different in our own ways. And we are all beautiful in our own ways. And what we consider attractive and beauty may not be beauty and attraction to other people. No wonder Some people are with larger women, and then some people are for smaller women. But it's also based upon the media and what's popular. I mean, I'm subject to that same thing. I'm more attracted to, little women than I am big women. I'm more attracted to women that are short than are tall. But there are some men who are more attracted to tall women, like model size women and extra skinny. There are some men who like them like with a little bit of beef, with a big behind and big breasts and all that stuff. We are all different. And there's somebody for everybody. But there are some very lonely people out there. Very lonely. And it's sad because they have adapted to being lonely. But are they really happy? Well, are couples that are together really happy? It all There are some people who are fortunate and are happy all the time. I'm not one of those people. What I have to do, and I know it's a work in progress, is make myself happy and accept myself for who I am. I got my cross-eyed, you know, I can see the camera there, I can see the camera there. It doesn't matter. Even though I got Asperger's, it doesn't matter. I am unique. I am my own person, and I am who I am. And you got to think to yourself, you are your own person. You are unique, and you are you. And create happiness for yourself. Because really and truly, you can only blame yourself. That's all you can blame is yourself. Get out of it. If you're unhappy, get out of that unhappy situation. Find a way. Things don't happen tomorrow, but they can happen soon. They can happen for you. It can be for you. Maybe it's not the right time to leave because maybe you're in a situation where you got kids and you don't want your kids to stay behind. So you have to work towards that. But in all, make it happen for you because you deserve it. In fact, that's the title. You deserve it as one. So that's all I got to say. And this is part of my one series on Shiz US. And just visit my website, shiz.us. And if you want to go to the one series by itself, /1. shiz.us/1. And the link is down below as well. It's a short URL to take you to this particular video. Peace out. Okay, I finished.